There we go. All right. So this will be available if you need it. Let's go to the. Well, just give me a sec. I got to go help this other student. So. All right. Okay. So in the classroom, you can look under the coursework. I need to get these a little bit more organized, but right at the very top or in the stream is the content for the home page. All right, instructions. Today we're going to create the paragraph that's going to go on your home page, your opening page. Remember, this is your website. What you put on your website is up to you, but the portfolio is going to be about what we've learned in this class. It's going to be about West Valley. It's going to be about anything that you really want to make a web page about. Okay. So go ahead and open up the instructions on the Google Classroom. Okay, I see 4 of you in there. Let's all get it open, or I guess you can look at it on my screen as well. You should be just a view only type thing. All right, so the purpose of today's assignment is you're going to create the content for your home page. Okay, should start out with something, but it doesn't have to, but this is just the purpose of this web page is to, and you're going to place that in the indexed HTML. You will create a paragraph stating the purpose of the web page. Ideas you can use. This is your web page, so make it personal. But your web page site could showcase the following: what you learned in Web Design 101, such things as CSS, and spell out what CSS stands for. HTML, spell out what HTML stands for. How you used we are learning image manipulation and creation using Photopea. Okay. We're also going to be building some sub-sites about. It's going to have a contact page. Most web pages have a contact page. We're probably going to have an activity page. So it's a web page about West Valley, but also about your portfolio. So the different links off your page are going to be different. Okay. All right. So let's go to Replit. And open up your portfolio. If you're still using Classroom, please move it over. I will work with you today to get that done if you have not done so already. So when you come in, if you go to the Classroom and you're still working in the portfolio there, we need to move it. And I'll be this weekend, if it's still there, I'm going to move it for you, and then I will basically erase or make a copy of the stuff that was up there on the old Classroom in case you need it. So I'm going to go back to my Teams because we're working in Teams now. So I click on the three dots or the three lines over here, go to Teams, and before view submissions. Because the nice thing about Teams is I can actually work on your stuff. So I should have my alter ego here. That's my logged in as a student. Okay. Sorry, I got one other thing I got to really take care of here. So, okay, I need to do something here. So while you're doing that, open up a blank document and start writing, or go directly to your HTML. You can do it right in there. So this is my portfolio. So in the index.html, you're going to come down and find the div content area. I would put it in a paragraph because we're going to create a new CSS rule for this one as well. And you can do a couple paragraphs or breaks or whatever you need to do to format it. In fact, let's do, so this is my content. I'll put that back in there. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I had to take care of that. All right, so the other thing we're going to do, we're going to create a new CSS rule that we can use if we need different colors and different fonts, all right? And I usually have like 5 or 6 of these that I use. So I'm going to go to my all right. Okay, here we go. So, oh, there she is. Making it in.
Hi, is this Miles?
Yes, can I help you?
Yeah, this is Bobby calling from Progressive Insurance.
I'm zooming at class right now. Can you call me back?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to text you, okay?
Perfect, thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Sorry about that. My son got an offender mender this morning at college. Not a good day. So that was the insurance company calling to get things worked out. The joys of driving in the wintertime. So you guys, it's one thing with being at home. All right, Bridget, welcome. Finally got in. So once I get done presenting, Bridget, I'm going to pull you out into a breakout room and see if we can get you going since you're new and tell you what's going on, okay? All right, so in your styles.css, we're going to make another class. Okay? And I'm going to make it a .p dash, and I'm going to name this class the color of my font and the size of my font. The other one I just did a title, but I want to be able to reuse a couple of these that I'm going to be using throughout the thing. So I'm going to call this red. Let's do 30 for now. And so we're just going to do font size is 30 pixels. And the color, actually I already have that red at 75. Let's not do red. Let's do white, because I do have a dark background. I generally don't like to use white, but we'll just see what it looks like. If you don't have a dark background, don't use white. If you have, so you can make a different one. You can make it green or yellow or whatever. Actually, I'm going to make 2. I'm going to make one green and one yellow, or a yellow one as well. So we're going to make this one white. I'm going to copy and paste that so I don't have to retype it. Control C, Control V, and change it from white to yellow.
Color wrong.
Am I not sharing? No. What's up?
You spelled color wrong. You spelled color wrong. You put a D.
Oh, thank you. $1. Well, when it didn't work, I would have noticed. And we're going to make this yellow. So now I have two different ones I can use to see what it looks like. And usually, like I said, I usually have a bunch of these that I use so that I can control what I'm doing. All right, so let's go back to my index. Come over here to my content, and I'm going to put in there my class equals I say P. I have no memory today. Open in a new tab. So I'm just going to just copy and paste. I'm going to use the white one first. See what that looks like. Control C, go back to my index. This is a class. I put a period. All right, I'm going to run that. Come down, open it in the big window, and there's my content. Perfect. So that's what you're going to be filling in today. Go back to my code. So the paragraph you're creating today, you're going to put right in this section between an opening and closing paragraph. Remember, paragraph, those tags do not have to be on the same line. Also remember that these are all going to end up on the same line if because that's the way HTML works. We went over that. So if you fill it up with a paragraph, it will wrap automatically. If you need to have things on a separate line, you can put a break in there. And now those are on a separate line. Yep. So remember that. That's a thing we did way back with HTML. If you want, the problem with breaks though also is that when you size your window, it's going to hard break on those. If you don't put breaks, it's like if you have a paragraph this long, as the window sizes, it will fit the window. Okay. All right, so let me show you those styles again. I usually keep all of these styles down at the bottom. I'm going to put a comment in there. So I know what those are. Those are my formatting classes. Remember, it's a class because it starts with a period. And then when you use that, so if there's anything else you want to do to those, you can add to it. If you want to underline it, if you want to do other things. The nice thing about that is, say I don't want white, I can just come in here and I can change that to yellow. Let's see what that looks like. And now now it's yellow. Okay. Still the same size. If I wanted it bigger, if I wanted yellow 50, change that to 50, or I'd make another one probably usually. If I'm kind of get set with 3 or 4 different ones that I'm going to use. And so now when I run that, I should get an error because it's still yellow. I don't know why, but because I renamed that to yellow 50, right? So make sure the names match. Hey, much better. Okay. So a couple things I did today, or what you're going to do, but I need you to fill in this space. So when I stand up, I got to put a book under my keyboard. It's not quite high enough. So let me get that done, and I can type a little better. All right, so now that I've got more in there, that's a little bit big. So I'm going to go back to my white 50 or white 30. All right, that's looking better. I'll probably even play with the color on that. All right. The cam doesn't work. Okay, so now it's work time. Oh, crap, we're almost out of time. Sorry, guys, I thought I was going to give you more time, but I was dealing with other things. So that's your task before we get back together next. And I will make this video available